Today we are doing an all signs reading for our Mars-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Gemini at 16 degrees and 40 minutes. I wanted to read what 164 meant before we get started, which is 16 degrees 40 minutes, so 164. You can do all the other ones as well, but your angels are helping you to see from a higher perspective. I thought that was really cool. And when I grabbed the book and I was just looking at it because I was curious, one of the other books fell down. So I was like, okay, you gotta read that to your people. So we are gonna do an all signs reading today. I've been talking about this, and it's not even a massive conjunction. It's not like the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction or anything like that. Mars is gonna, skadoo-da-dooch. But I mentioned it, and it's a fascinating one. I'm very fascinated by this. And so a few things came to my mind. This is going to be on the 14th of August, 2024. Mercury is going to go back into the sign of Leo later on that day. And this is the week between a new moon and a full moon. And the link for my How to Follow the Moon, it's a digital download. I believe I have it listed for $4.99. It's very accessible. And it has 4 videos, which new moons, full moons, and then the week betweens. And so this one with the Mercury retrograde, we speak in lenses around here. I wear big old glasses. We speak in lenses. So the lens of Mercury retrograde, the lens of retrograde season, the lens of Leo, the moon is going to be in Sagittarius for this conjunction. Mars is our assertive planet. Jupiter is our expansive planet in the house of early education and communication, information technology galore. All of our inner child wounding and inner adolescent wounding and mother-father wounding might be coming up right now. It's wild out there. It's wild. And so the message, I was just asking my guides before I press record, like, what does this community need to really focus on? What's the most important thing before we get started? And it was funny, the image that they gave me was like of a person, just like a collective person with like their head in a book, like heads down in a book. And they were loving something and they were studying it because they loved studying it and they were just fascinated by it, whether it was, metaphysics or, just like deep in a romance novel or a fantasy book. Like it was ambiguous. It was just heads down in a book. And you were just walking around heads down. Not heads down like afraid, but immersed in your study, immersed in what you were doing. I think of like going for a run and listening to a podcast and not like being very focused. And then I saw that person like bump into someone and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And the other person was reading the same book and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And they're like, oh my God, you're reading the same book? And then they like lit up, and it was just finding the people in the seeming darkness because you're so focused on what you love. And so this expansive Mars, like Mars assertion, aggression, our go-getter planet. It's like the men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So this has the divine masculine component to it. And Jupiter is our expansive planet. Luck be a lady tonight. Big old, she's oomphy, she's plump. This is about mastery. So find out exactly where 16 degrees and 40 minutes is falling in your chart. What planets is it aspecting? What house is it falling in? I give the same disclaimer before all of my all signs readings, is that this is a general donation-based reading on YouTube. I'm so grateful for YouTube. I'm so grateful to, I was, welcomed into the YouTube partner program. I'm so excited. Like, it's just, this community is so pure and precious, and I love every single one of you, and I just see your light, and it's a privilege to be here with you. But I have to honor that this is a donation-based reading, that I am transcending time and space. Do not take this as doctrine. Please do your own research on everything. If this is your first time at my table, at my multidimensional cafe table, hi, welcome, my name is Sarah and I am a channel. I set the intention for my guides and source, God, universe to speak through me. I only allow the white light of God to come through and speak through my voice. Only the information that is for the highest and greatest good for all involved and invested. But if this is your first time here, know that sometimes my messages can be very direct. They can be, shoot between the eyes, is like I sometimes say. And it's because I come from leadership. We have a growth mindset. I come from corporate for many years. I've been training teams and leading people, so we like to be very efficient. So sometimes some gross stuff can come up. Pardon me. Sometimes really interesting things come up, and I want you to check in with yourself beforehand. I want you to know that this is not doctrine. This is not a reading that you contracted me to do. This is an offering. So if you're keen for a reading for yourself, I offer recorded birth chart readings. I am putting together programs starting, my rates right now are my friends and family discount. They're going to be changing on September 2nd when I have my self-mastery program available for you. And I'm also going to be bringing offerings that I had a while ago back to the forefront, and specific offerings that I was preparing, I'm letting them die. Mercury retrograde really hit hard for me and in my ego. It's happening in my 10th house of legacy. So a program that I don't have all the information for, and I'm not going to offer prices right now, I'm just planting a seed that I do offer and will be offering, is a monthly follow the moon program where twice a month, right before the new moon and the full moon, I send you your own birth chart reading. And, it's not a natal chart reading. I have your natal chart set up, and I offer the transiting planets and how you're getting affected by each moon. So it'll be a personalized reading instead of the all signs reading that I do. So that is an offering that will be available starting September 2nd. I just wanted to plant that seed since this month I'm doing 3 all signs reading. I already did the one for the new moon in Leo. Next week, we're going to have the one, oh my goodness, I'm actually going to be posting it in a few days. My goodness, I'm recording this on the 12th. I'm going to post this on the 13th. The reading is for the 14th, and the full moon is on the 19th. So I'm going to post my all signs reading for the full moon probably on the 15th or the 16th. So this is a lot of Sarah coming at you. And so thank you so much for being here. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. So that's about 7, almost 8 minutes in. To introduce myself, and so okie dokie, let's get going. This is the general astrological wheel that we have down here. Starts in Aries and moves all the way around over to Pisces. Let me introduce the planets, and then we're going to get started. So this is Jupiter over here. This is Mars. This is the Sun. And these are the transiting planets, the planets in the sky. This is not a natal chart reading. This is not a birth chart reading. Just go off of your rising sign, and then you can watch for your sun and your moon just to get the vibrations. But find out exactly where 16 degrees of Gemini is falling in your chart and watch that video. This is the moon. Mercury. Venus. Saturn, Uranus. Y'all, if you've been here with me for a while, I found what I want to replace Uranus with, and it's just not the day yet, but I know what I'm going to replace Uranus with. So one day, Uranus is going to be replaced by something else. I'm very excited about that. Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, Black Moon Lilith. Then we have the North Node and the South Node, which I place down like this. The North Node is in Aries at 8 degrees, and the South Node is in Libra at 8th degree. So it's like what we're coming into and then what we're leaving behind over here. So let's get started with Aries rising. Aries sun, Aries moon. I'm gonna place them all down first. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. This is 29. Pluto, that's 0. North and South Node, Chiron, and Lilith. Babies. Whether it be an actual baby, whether it be the birth of a company, the birth of a universe, something's going on. And this is your 3rd house of early learning, communication, and short trips. There's some pain here right now, Aries, like a private pain. And it's very much like this image that I'm getting of you in the mirror. It's like you've been doing a lot of work, a lot of really incredible work on yourself. And so kind of like the not by degree aspects, but by a 1 degree aspects that are being made is the moon is over here at 15 degrees, highlighting this right over here. So it's kind of like a full moon in the 3rd and the 9th house of quest, adventure, long distance travel, and higher education. And we also have that square between soul purpose and that early learning right over here. So the bottom of your chart is the roots of the tree of your life, cultural family roots. These are siblings. This is mother. This is father. Big stuff, play, children, childlike spirits, and Venus in your house of daily life. It's like a flip book of what's going on. So there's a lot of Aries that are going to be watching this, as well as if you don't know the time of your birth, we go off of the Aries chart. So going no contact for some of you, inner child healing, mirror work, birthing a company, entrepreneurs, financial freedom, full body chill. There's a lot that's happening right now for a lot of you, and it's very different. And so I'm asking my guides for the most accessible message for me to give to the energy of Aries. And so the image that's coming to my mind, whether it be for divine masculine or divine feminine, is you've been doing a lot of mirror work. And so I'm seeing you in the mirror, and I'm seeing you visualize your inner child in the mirror, and they're pure. Like for the women, I'm seeing, the what's it called? It's like the pillowcase is the veil on the back of your head. And for men, like you're standing there and you're like doing the dun, 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 like you're walking down the aisle. And this is just inner child. I'm seeing you as like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, and you thought life would be so simple. And then I'm seeing you come out of that image, and like some of you are, sitting in an office, or you're in, the highest room in the tallest tower in New York City, and you're just like, and you're hearing like the street clatter and like the beeping and all of these different things, and you're like, whoa, how did I get from there to here? I thought this would be so simple. A lot of you right now are making a massive pivot. Definitely go check my Substack articles. I've been writing a lot about that, doing some gentle shadow work. The past few Monday articles would be worth your time if this resonates for you. And know to be very gentle with yourself. Mercury retrograding from your 6th back into your 5th house of play, creativity, childlike spirits, and kiddos. You're definitely reparenting yourself and reminding yourself that it doesn't matter how old you are, Aries. Doesn't matter how young you are, doesn't matter how big you think you are, how small you think you are. You're not too far behind, you're not too much, you're not too little, you're not too this, you're worthy. You're worthy. You're really worthy of something very special, and somebody understanding you and treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, and also treating you the way that you're learning how to treat yourself. You're really understanding now that, I don't remember if we talked about that. We did. We talked about this in the new moon. You are honestly changing so much internally every single day that sometimes the people around you don't really, it's not that they don't have, it's not like they're not getting to know you. It's just that you're changing so quickly right now, Aries, that it might feel lonelier than normal, because you're like, I completely changed that entire facet of myself, and you're not soapboxing it. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just offering you validation that you're doing some deep internal work, and honestly, even like you're like not like your partner or your kiddos, but like your best friends, like your VIPs, like your team or your absolute best friends. It's like they see you and they honor you and they respect wherever you're at, but they can't keep up with how much you're changing, because you're changing so rapidly right now. Yeah. We're more than halfway through this God's quarterly, from the Cancer solstice to the Libra equinox. Dude, you're not even going to recognize yourself by Libra season. I'm really excited for you, Aries. This is deep, incredible inner work. And, you know, it's not a new moon, it's not a full moon. So I'm just doing a reading for you. I'm offering you validation, not giving you any instructions. You're just right where you're meant to be right now, Aries. You're right where you're meant to be. It just might feel incredibly lonely, incredibly confusing. You're probably doing a lot of work in your dreams and in the astral space, and you have no idea. It's not that you don't know how to do what you're doing. It's just that you've never done it before. So you're just facing each day like, okay, what's today? I'm worthy. I'm abundant. I'm, you know, definitely do some meditations, some guided meditations, and that will feel really supported right now. And go to the woods, go talk to the trees. Yeah, the trees have been around a lot longer than you. They're going to be around a lot longer than you. You can tell them all your problems and they're going to be like, oh my God, look at that light worker, how cute. Like, they're ancient. Go talk to the trees, Aries. Proud of you. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Welcome to your Mars-Jupiter conjunction. Money, 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 money. That's just the houses falling in. That's exciting. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. It would be you to be on the money axis. I love you. Where's Venus? Virgo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I gotta push it down. I gotta put it down first. Did I get everybody? Okay. You've done some very deep work, Taurus. You've done some incredibly deep family work, some ancestral work. You've just been doing some incredibly powerful stuff right now. People are going to come and go very quickly, Dorothy. Like, literally just let them. That's okay right now. Once, I think it's March 2025 is going to be incredibly, it's going to be a whole different scene for you. I see that. I see some of you have moved, some of you won't be moving, some of you will be buying property, some of you just moved. It's a lot of Pluto being up here that's shifting and changing a lot of what the world sees you as, or it just could be a lot of that internal change. If you don't have the capacity or don't have the desire to move, don't take what I say as doctrine, like I said in the disclaimer. But this is expansive money for you. Money values access to resources. This is also about your money mindset and, reminding, maybe do a meditation with the energy of money. If everything is energy, and we know that, this cup of tea is energy, your energy, I'm energy, this selenite is energy, the tarot cards are energy, your car is energy, cannabis flower is energy, everything is energy. So maybe have a guided meditation, or like not a guided meditation, but maybe have a very purposeful meditation with the energy of money, and sit with it and talk to it and get to know it and understand what it is that, how do you feel around it? What is the visual that you get when you have money be sitting in front of you? Does it look like the Emperor card? Does it look like the Joker card? Like, what does it look like? What does the energy of money look like to you? And why does it look like that? Let it talk to you. How does it feel around you? Does it feel safe around you? Do you nurture and nourish your other values? If you have tons of money or if you don't have money, are you grateful for what you have? Are you like, how do you put your money in your wallet? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. It's like literally I'm seeing you go to the grocery store and you bought 80 something dollars worth of groceries and you're given and you gave $100 bill and then you get your change back. Do you rush to put it in your wallet and just throw it all in because you want to make sure that you move a line for everybody? No, sir, no, ma'am. You sit there and you just you honor every little bit of that paper and you put it in your wallet. When it was one of the most beautiful things. I love Thailand. I've been there numerous times. I haven't been there since 2019. But because the king is on the bill, on the bills that you hand, you would hand them with reverence because that's an extension of the king. You literally would have the bill facing the person and you would hand it like this. So it'd be like, oh, here you go. So how do you revere money? How does the energy of money feel to you? This is expansive. So I'd get to know it and really understand. You've been really doing some value work, some family work, like a lot, Taurus. It's a beautiful reading. I'd say the only recommendation I would have is get to know the energy of money in a way that's a little bit more inside of you and not outside of you. You know what I mean? Because the universe is just responding to you. That's literally it. We create our universe with our thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. So the universe, money will respond to you if you start to respond to it differently. And not put it up on that pedestal of oh, I'll be grateful when I have this, and I'll be generous when I have this, and I'll be this when I have this. But do it now. Check in with money. Talk to money. See how they're doing. Gemini. I'm jazzed for you. My guides are speaking very directly, so I want to listen. Some of you need to move along from a relationship, a job. I'm going to put them all down, but I need to say that right away. Yeah, some of you, they're just saying some of you need to move along from a situation. You know how cool you are, right? And how smart you are and how you're literally one of the greatest beings and archetypes when it comes to, not to say that you're better than anybody else, but you have so much to offer and it's inherent. You have so much. I literally did a whole video on how when you get ready to become telepathic, become friends with a Gemini because they're so evolved. You're so evolved. So Jupiter is expanding your house of self. Mars is expanding your expansion. Mars is enlivening your expansion. It's like this lightning bolt from the moon that's coming in here. There's that square from Saturn to this Jupiter-Mars conjunction over here. This is where that Saturn-Jupiter square is going to happen. This is big stuff for you. I'm hearing some of you say I'm scared. I don't know what to do. You don't have to know what to do. You just have to know that you can figure anything out. That's literally it. Don't keep yourself in a situation where you feel like a big fish in a small pond because you don't know what's behind uncertainty. If some of this is a little bit too much, please just listen. Please just listen. You're being very activated by the planets right now. So I'm just hearing a little bit of anxiety coming through. So what I would recommend, just like in the disclaimer or in the description of each video, my voice is meant to unlock codes within you. So if this feels like, Sarah, I don't know what to do, I don't know what you're talking about, then don't do anything. Ask yourself, what was I manifesting last week on the new moon? And what do I want to release on the full moon coming up? You know, I already released the introduction for the full moon called RBF. That's going to be, you know, for you, that's happening in your house of quest, adventure, and long distance travel. That full moon coming up is going to be right over here. So that's an interesting time to release, you know, old big fears. But, you know, the digital download, how to work with the moon, that could be for you to really look at what to do between new moons and full moons. That could be worth the investment. You know, 4 videos, you get to watch as many times as you ever want. But if anything is anxiety producing, or you feel like I can't do this, then don't. Then it's not your time. I said that in the Substack article that I posted today. I'm recording this on the 12th. If any shadow work, if anything is anxiety producing, just tell your guides, tell yourself, don't do manifesting, don't do anything from fear, and just tell your higher self, I'm feeling human. Because this is happening internally. You can just let it, Gem. You can just let it. Yeah, a lot of you have a lot on your plate right now, so just let the planets, like, be. Let them do their job and delegate it like they're your assistant. And be like, you do what needs to happen for my highest and greatest good. I'm going to take a nap and eat snacks today. That's totally possible, girl. And my guy. That's totally okay. There's an energy of someone specific coming through, or a few people specific coming through for Gem, where nobody knows that you're, you know, feeling this. Absolutely not. No, nobody, you're like, can people tell that I'm not, you know, my best self? Absolutely not. No, they're just inspired that you're like, literally every person that I meet, every person that I know, where I'm like, how are you doing? They've got something deep going on. Deep, deep, deep going on. So you're not alone, Gem. Don't worry about that. Good job. Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon. The word movement is coming through. Movement. A lot of you are doing jobs that you're not supposed to be doing. I'm going to say it. Truly. A lot of you are doing jobs that across time and space, if you can find something and you definitely be active towards this Cancer, like a lot, like truly, there's many times in readings, I'm like, the universe will literally just provide something for you and will send you what it is. I need you to start to look for a job that pays you the equivalent of what your job is that you do right now, and start to look for a new, if it's a 3D job, if it's a new, someone, a few of you, a lot of you, full body chill, are just doing something that's keeping you small. And this is about soul purpose for you. Healings, closures, and coming home. You know, your 12th house is run by Gemini and your 11th house is run by Taurus. Sarah, why is that relevant? Your community, friendships, and wishes for the future is run by fixed negative earth energy, whereas your 6th house over here is run by Sagittarius, daily life, health, practical service. So maybe you're like in this like community where you get to joke and have fun and you can, you know, be the big fish in the small pond, and you're like blah, 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 but it's actually keeping you small. Whereas I need you to be teaching, Gemini, running your 12th house. I need you to be offering something, deep transformation, death, shared possessions. This is where Pluto is going to be transforming for the next 20 years. Like really, truly ask yourself right now, what did your soul come here to do? Because the sun, the lighthouse in the sky, is highlighting your house of money, values, and access to resources. And it might be that Mercury retrograding back, I'd say from the 14th of August until the 9th of September. You're going to get some messages, some downloads, some ideas. Okay, so right now, this is when 14th of August, why those dates, Sarah? Cancer, write these down. 14th of August, Mercury is going to retrograde back into Leo. The 28th of August is when Mercury goes direct. And then the 9th of September is when Mercury goes back into Virgo. The 17th starts eclipse season, so we're not going to be making, I would, honest to goodness, it's Mercury retrograde right now, but I would do some research. This is very accessible, very practical. But for some of you, if across time and space, the moon's in your house, like this is being highlighted over here. This is also the health axis. You know, a lot of you are the healthiest versions of yourselves that you've ever been. Honestly, across time and space, it's just your work environment that I feel as though could be... Yeah, this full moon is going to be in your 8th house next week. Yeah, it's like I'm seeing you as like, you know, from Alice in Wonderland where she like ate the cookie and she's huge and she's in the house. And then like the, you know, keeper of the job that you're in is like, no, you're fine. You're like, I can't actually thrive in this environment. And they're like, no, but you're mine. So it's okie dokie, all's well, all's well. So that was for someone specific out there, or a few of you. Hope that resonated. But yeah, definitely do some active searching. Wait until Mercury retrograde to like make any big decision. Wait until Mercury retrograde is over, the 28th, to make any massive decisions, Cancer. But be active in your pursuit. Like do a little search. There's a phrase that I really love, which is if the worst case scenario is nothing in my life changes, then if the worst case scenario is by looking to see, throwing out a few text messages, you're like, hey, I'm just wondering if there's any, you know, jobs available around here. And you'll see that people are just like, oh my God, Cancer, you want to work? Yeah, done. Let's do it. And you're like, but can we wait until after Mercury retrograde? They're like, literally whenever you want to show up, we will hire you instantly. That's exciting, Cancer. Okay. Leo Mamacita. How you doing, honey? How you doing? Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon. The guides are painting a picture, and I want to wait. So I just see you out, you know, sunning yourself right now. Just like out. Literally, it's summertime. It's like the dead of summer where I live. So, no, you're over here. You're over here. And so I see you just like at a public pool. This is a dramatization, Leo. I'm just going to go with it. I can't see the full picture yet. And, you know, you're just sunning yourself at the public pool. And then someone like purposefully opens an umbrella to block your sun. And you just gently go up to them and you're like, hey, like the entire place is empty and you just chose this umbrella to block my sun. Do you mind, like, you just arrived, you haven't even put your stuff down. Like you went up to someone and you just asked them like as gently and as kindly as possible, like, hey, do you mind just moving over instead of setting up? And they were literally just looked at you like, you can actually kindly go F yourself and I can do whatever the F I want and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, okay, I am not trying to like have an issue with you. I'm just, yeah, some of you have a bully in your life. Some of you have a bully and it's not fun. It's real. You know, you could be a child, you could be an adult, you could be a senior citizen. It doesn't matter. Bullies are, you know, they want to be around you and they want to be in the picture. Oh my God. And now I'm literally seeing like one of their friends taking pictures from like behind the shrubbery being like, oh my God, they're with Leo. They're with Leo. And then the person is like, did you get the picture? Did you get it? And be like, yeah, oh my God, I can't believe that Leo came over to me and like, they're so this and they're so that. And you're like, I'm just living my life. I'm just doing this. Yeah. There's a big split going on in communities right now. And this is happening in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. Yeah, people can see what's happening in a real way. You don't, and you're not soapboxing it. I'm really proud of you, Leo. Whatever's going on right now, know that it's not that you're in the right. It's not that your execution would make you wrong. It's just that there's a real type of a bully situation going on in your life. And I'm offering you that validation as to like, yeah, it's really happening. And so lean into your healthy community. I think this has come up before for you, Leo. I think that something like has come up before for you where somebody's just being really snarky. This could be a work employee. This could be just like someone in the town that you live in. This could be, you know, like it's someone in your in-laws family. It's just like someone's just really wants to be in your inner circle and can't. So they are doing anything that they can to get, you know, attention from you. And bullying is the only way. And so I would lean on the people, maybe really, because the sun is in your sign right now, and happy birthday to my Leo sons. This could be something that's really like a cloud, literally like a cloud in your sunny day right now for your birthday. And just, you know, send them love. No joke, just send them love. And just ask God, say, God, I don't ever want to focus on this person ever again in my life. Can you please take over? Because it really sounds like they need a lot of help right now. And please remove them from my reality, and just like in the gentlest, kindest, most loving way possible. And yeah, keep vibing. Keep vibing. And know that the people around you that you do trust, that you can lean on, Leo, are the ones meant for you. And this is not... I'm just saying that it doesn't feel like it's comfortable and you're very safe. Like this person isn't, I don't see any like physical danger or anything like that. I just see it being like a very intense, like I'm really in my healing era. I'm really trying my best. And, you know, you're a really special person, Leo. Like you're a special energy on this planet, and you deserve the praise that you deserve. You deserve the happiness, and you deserve to be treated like the lion that you are, because you came in as a freaking lion. So it's like, that's incredible. You don't come in for the first time to be a Leo, like literally. Great question. Somebody just said, well, what sign do you come in on a first time? Virgo. I'd say the earth signs, yeah. Virgo, Taurus, Cap. Because it's very grounded. Maybe Cancer. Great question, Leo. Definitely not you, though. Virgo sun, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. How are you doing? I didn't expect that. Please have a side hustle. I don't care if you feel so far behind and you have no idea what to do. Just please have a side hustle. Please have a side hustle. You know, the month before your season for my Virgo risings, you might be exhausted and a little irritable right now when the sun is in your 12th house. We've mentioned that before. This full moon is going to be in your house of daily life and practical service. Definitely maybe go talk to Cancer, because y'all need to be doing something other than what you're doing, or creating something and talking to, how do I say? Yeah, this is really unexpected for these readings, where you might have some, no, it's not bullies. You just have like some people maybe at your 3D job that you're just like, oh, I don't want to be around them anymore. Going into your season, some of you might be going back to school, some of you might be teachers, or some of you are just like, I don't want to be around that person. They lower my vibe. Yeah, they suck you dry like an energy vampire. But, 2025 will be exceptional for you. North node will be in your descendant sign, and the south node will be in your sign. So it's like preparing for, it's an ego death, yes, It's just you becoming the most authentic version of yourself and connecting to the people that are meant to be in your life. You know, this conjunction is happening at the tippity top of your chart in your legacy, career, public life. Pluto's going to be transforming your 6th house of daily life and practical service. That's a Virgo run house. So this is exceptional. What you do every day, rebrand work is what they're saying. And do the practical manifestation technique. It's in the toolbox on my public playlists, the toolbox. And the full moon that's coming up is going to be very close to your descendant sign. That's going to be right over here in your daily life, health and practical service. I'm not talking about addictions or any of that right now. That's not what I'm concerned about. This is the health axis, so if that triggered something within you. And my friend, she had said the other day, she's like, I'm rebranding triggered to activation. It's just there's a light shining on an area of your inner self that just needs to be cleaned, and that's not serving your most authentic path. So that's really exciting. I like that. If something was activated when I said that, just look at it. Yeah, what's your side hustle? What are you working towards? What are you creating? What do you want to do in the new world? And somebody just said, like, I just want to vibe in the new world, Sarah. Yeah, we're all going to do that, but we got to go through the tunnel. So what do you want to do in the tunnel? Because it can't be in the crumble in 3D world. You can't give life to that. So you got to be a part of the change. And then at the end, everybody's just like bougie and eating grapes again. But like, from now until then, we have to be in our highest energy. That's what I want for you. Time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom. And reach out directly if you need anything. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. How are you doing? My guys are like yelling, don't run from this. Don't run from this. It will feel very awkward. Just don't run from this. Don't run from this. Some of you are setting very healthy boundaries. Some of you will be moving. Some of you need to move. Some of you need to change your jobs. Some of you are dating again. I'm really excited about that. Some of you are scared to date. Some of you have some addictive patterns that you do actually really need to look at. That's all I'm going to say about that. And you're lovable and worthy of team. You know, the sun is in your house of community. So you can ask for the help that you need. And you can be vulnerable. You're worthy of that. Some of you were really affected by what I just said. No, you don't have to wait until Mercury goes direct. You can ask for help now. You can reach out. If you want to just talk, please just send me an email. Please just send me an email. I will be offering in September a lot of what I had been working towards. I'm not offering anymore. A lot of it was very corporate and so I'm not even going to entertain it or give life to it. But one of the offerings that I will have is a coffee talk offering where it's not woo-woo. It's just me listening and we just sit and I can listen to you. So that's available for you. That's going to be available in September for a price point. But if you'd like to just have an email dialogue right now, please reach out. Don't run from this right now. I'd love for you to maybe, actually, yes, I'm going to plant a seed for some of you that the new moon, not now, but on the new moon in Virgo, which will be at 11 degrees, that'll be over here. That's not until the 2nd of September. I want you to be looking at where, I want you to do a script to January 2025. I want you scripting from January 2025. I might forget this because I forget a lot of things when I channel. So please make a note for any of my Libra rising sun moon that on the new moon coming up on the 2nd of September, I want you doing a script to the year. Why, Sarah? Because that's when the nodes are going to change signs. And I want you focused on that. The South node is going to be in your house of soul purpose, and the North node is going to be in your house of daily life. I want you focused there, Libra. You're so loved. You're so freaking loved. You're so freaking loved. It is not easy. That South node in your sign transit, it is not easy, like, for anybody. For anybody. I'm just really proud of you. That's all. Scorpio rising. Scorpio sun and Scorpio moon. Again, I've said this once, I've said this a few times before. This reading, what I'm about to say to Scorpio, is for nobody else. This is going to get kinky quick. This is going to get dark quick. This is going to get funky quick. So this reading for Scorpio, I'm giving a full disclaimer for anybody watching this. This is only for Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, and Scorpio moon, and for nobody else. Okay. Mm-hmm. When were you told that you were too kinky or too much? When were you told that you were weird or too dark or too this? It's attached to your money right now. And so I would love for you to do some shadow questions about that. I would say you can, this just for Scorpio, like I said, I'm not repeating myself again. You can do 2 to 3 shadow questions on this one. I want you to give yourself a full hour to deep dive into this, and then maybe another 20 minutes doing some mirror work afterwards. Yeah, give yourself 2 hours to do this and really deep dive into that. And there are times that I need you to get out those gross images, and it's sometimes when you've gone through sensual trauma, sexual trauma, and all of those, 8th house things. You have to get them out. You have to, like, in the same way when you eat moldy food, you can't keep it in. You got to poop it out. You got to vomit it out. You got to get it out. So sometimes when you release in your, sexual engagements and things like that, really gross images come out. I want you just to feel that and not attach yourself to them, in the same way when you're driving down the road and you're like, say, oh my God, really crappy thing, 1/4 mile. You're not going to pull off. You're just going to drive away. But I need you to acknowledge that your kink is very necessary to this world. For my divine feminine Scorpios risings, especially sun and moon, like your desire to be, contained and tied is very important because you're so big and you take up so much space. Divine masculine Scorpio rising, sun and moon, I feel like there's some new kinks that maybe you really want to act out. I wouldn't actually go out and I would wait for a divine partner. I would not be watching anything online. I'd really just be with yourself Maybe like go get some toys for yourself, something very specific, or like really nurture and nourish it. But I want you satisfied. I want you moisturized. I want it all like divine. This is your money axis, you know, and this is basically like, it's off by degree, but it's kind of like that full moon energy where the moon is highlighting this. This is by no accident. This is at 15 degrees, this is at 16 degrees. Also, for my Scorpio risings, especially find out what planets are being aspected, what planets are in the 8th house, what planets are in the 2nd house, and really like have a money date, like do some energy with you and Aries, like doing some like meditation with the energy of money and meditation with the fact that you are, you know, meant to basically prosper a little bit more than your parents, some consciously creating success, some Lazarus material, some all different things like that. Dr. Joe Dispenza, guided meditation, unconscious and subconscious programming. Like this is deep, 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 deep in the back closet. Yeah, this is in the goodie drawer. I need you to get yourself a new goodie drawer, or, you know, like, where are your toys and how do you honor them? Do you honor them in the same way that you would a stack of like $100,000 or something like that? I want you to really understand that that's important stuff. You're shining like a minor league baseball player that's just about to get drafted. So continue to do what you're doing and know that the more you process wherever that trauma came from, mother-father wounds are coming out as well. Process them and let the gross things come out. And really let the gross things come out. And know that you're safe to do this work. If you need someone to hold space for you, I'm happy to be the one to hold space for you. Because that's, you know, deep stuff. Do this, like, obviously I know that you're not going to do this in a way where you feel uncomfortable. You're not going to deep dive into it if you feel like you can't do it. But give yourself a few hours in the afternoon. You know, not in the middle of the day, not at the office. I don't care if that's your kink. Go home. Go home. Go home. And just know that your kink is needed. I love you, Scorpio. It's so fun working with you. It's a pleasure. I'm proud of how deeply you dive into things. Okay. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. Ooh! Nope, that's not it. The conjunction is in Gemini, pardon me. That was the sun. Ooh, when the sun's in Leo, that's in your ruling house. Girl. Relationships, sponsorships. You and Cancer. Actually, go talk to Cancer because I feel as though a new job could be worth your time. Could be worth you looking into. Wait until Mercury goes direct to sign anything, obviously, but you could, like, when Mercury goes back, do you want to move? Dude, do some of you want to move? Yeah, some of you are surrounded by people, a specific person that you don't want to be surrounded by. Yeah, Sag connecting to Cancer or Leo right now could be worth your time. They're going through similar things. You don't have to, like, if one of you feel responsible for a parent in your life, knowing that by, you know, upgrading your job and upgrading your income could be you can take care of them in a way that also nurtures and nourishes yourself. South node in your community and North node in your house of play and romance and childlike spirits and kiddos. A lot of you are with your divine partner in a way that, I just want to channel this, A lot of you are with your divine partner that was not just a soul match, but a soul contract. A soul contract, they're saying. So be in what you're in and work as hard as you need to towards keeping that contract or ending that contract. It is a choice. And they're saying, like, you know who I'm talking to. There's a few specific people that I'm talking to on that one. Some of you could benefit from seeing a shaman or an Akashic Records keeper if that information rang true. That wouldn't be my full practice. I'd be the person that you would come to after that to be like, okay, what do I do with this information? And I would help you. You know, I'm half in this world, half in the other, and I help you understand quantumly what that meant so you can navigate this current paradigm with that. So I will always be honest with you. I am not the person to, my shaman, she effortlessly, you know, does these things, and I know that Akashic Record keepers, they've been given very specific codes to be able to do that and read that. I can help energetically and I can help you process what that meant for you, but that is not my specialty. So I'm going to leave you with that. This is also like supercharging you over here in your house of self. Usually when the moon is in your house of self, you're just like John Travolta sauntering down the street. But because this is, my intention is to focus on this conjunction over here in your house of relationships, the important people of your life, this is also open enemies. So for a lot of you, you're like more aware of your enemies than you are anything else right now. A few specifically. And you might feel like, what do I do about this? I would definitely see an Akashic Record keeper or someone who can read the, whatever you label that, your soul contract keeper, whatever person that you've labeled that. Some of you are asking, can I do that on my own? Very rarely. I feel like you can get dreams about it, yes, but in the same way, it's like trying to see your shadow. It's trying to like see the back of your head, where it's like, for example, like the image that they're giving me is like, I have a really beautiful back piece. I have a beautiful tattoo. It's trees down my back. And I've had beautiful pictures taken of it and all of these things, but I can never see it. I can't ever look at it. So it's like trying to look at your back, Sag. So I would definitely go see someone on that. Just for you to understand it. Know that you chose every little bit of this, but that could be the person that's keeping you stuck. It could be the job or the environment. Please reach out if you want to continue this conversation. That was unexpected. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. Where's Aries? Stay the course. They're saying stay the course right now. They're saying it's not the razor's edge. You having a little bit of it's not patience. It's like they're giving me this image where, so like think of it, there's like a waitering team, and the waitering team is like your spirit team and your soul team. And they're putting together this really beautiful cake or a dessert board. And they're like behind the scenes, and they're like the waitering staff, and they're like, okay, we're just like, and then put this here. Oh my God, because you know Capricorn really loves this, so put this over here. And then Capricorn really loves this, so it's like over here. And it's like this beautiful platter, and you know, there's a check for like $175,000, and they're like literally putting together this whole thing. And it's like your daily life is about to change, and then they bring it out to the table that you've been sitting at, and like you paid the bill and you left. You're like, yeah, I was just tired, so I wanted to go home. And everybody at the table, like all of your nearest and dearest, was like, yep, we tried so hard to keep Capricorn here. We told her to wait. We told her, like, just hang tight. Like my guy, like, please just stay and sit and just wait it out. And it was like, the term bitterness is coming through. If there's a situation that you feel bitter about, just stick it out. Just stick it out. The sun is in your house of deep transformation, death, and shared possessions. Mercury is going to go back into Leo, into this house. It's very possible that when Mercury is in Leo from from the 14th until the 9th of September, that very unexpected opportunities and very prosperous opportunities could be presented to you. And then just any time after Mercury goes direct, I feel like it's going to be a really beautiful time. The full moon coming up is going to be in your house of money, values, and access to resources. That's going to be a great time to really just let go of old values. A lot of you are, deciding that you really care a lot more about leisure and relaxation. We've been talking about that for the better part of a year now, with the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra, where you're just like, no, I don't want to be sitting at the office all the time. Yes, I want my business, my mission to prosper so I can work from home, and then I can take 6 weeks off, and then I can come back, and then I can have, I can scale it. Like, you're really, you are hustling towards leisure. And for you, I'm having a full-bodied chill. It's kind of actually necessary, because it's like you were so far in a different paradigm that you're changing paradigms and like crawling through the mud and doing this different thing. And for, if someone else was watching this, they'd be like, oh my God, what is happening in Cap? You're like, no, that's literally what I'm in. Continue. So this is just for Capricorn moons, because sometimes you don't listen to your intuition as much because it needs to be practical and it needs to make sense and it needs to be like cardinal earth, like, tell me what to do. Tell me steps 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll do it. Where they're like, here's step 5,000. Just be with that. And you're like, nope, I got to continue to do things. And so you're really right now working with, the universal law of aligned action, which I'm really proud of you. I'm really, really proud of you. This goes against a lot of what's ever happened in your family line, Cap. I'm really proud of you. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. A lot of you are going to be great parents or are great parents. So definitely, if you are a Capricorn, male, female, sun, moon, or rising that has kiddos and they're acting up right now, that's this little guy. That's Uranus and Taurus in your 5th house of childlike spirit. So just play with them. If they're playing in the mud, just go play with them. Yeah, I want you to be a strict parent. Yes, I do want you to be. Like, I don't believe in gentle parenting as well. Just be a parent. Just, if it's time to play, play. If it's time to not play, don't play. But unless they really stepped out of line, like, just go dance with them a little bit. Let them see that you have that side of yourself as well. It'll feel nice. Like, it's just like raining, so dance in the rain. You're walking home and it's raining. You can be miserable about it, or you can dance in the rain. You're going to be wet either way. You're going to be covered in mud either way. Beautiful, Cap. Stay the course. Don't get up from the table too soon. Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon. I'm hearing the words like, I'm overwhelmed with play. I'm overwhelmed with like joy. I'm overwhelmed with excitement. Please do some grounding. Please, 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 please do some grounding practices right now. That would be advantageous, definitely. The full moon that's coming up next week is in your sign. And so this is expanding your house of play, joy, romance, childlike spirits, kiddos. And so reminding yourself that being an adult means you let your inner child play, and you get to nurture and nourish your inner child and reparent yourself in ways that you didn't get to be parented when you were a kiddo. Sugar is coming through. If anyone, you know, honey is delicious and maple syrup is delicious and coconut sugar is delicious. Like, just try replacing some of that in your house and see what happens. And just instead of the granulated sugar, have the coconut sugar. It literally looks the same. It's just a little darker in color. But some of you are saying like the sugar of a person, where, you know, maybe there's a situationship or someone that you really know is not the best for you, but you're just kind of like entertaining it or talking to them. You don't have to do that. You're worthy of someone really loving you. Really, you're worthy of someone really loving you and respecting you and honoring you and treating you like the king and the queen that you are. Yeah, when the sun is like a lighthouse in the sky, so it's highlighting your relationships right now. Mercury will go back into your house of relationships. And, you know, with the descendant sign, not just for you, but for everyone, we look to the descendant sign in the external. So maybe make a list of your ideal partner. Is a very common practice. All the things, 20 things, 25,000 things that they are, and then become every single one of them and live into that. They are this, I become that. They cook for me all the time, I learn how to cook. They're a very clean person, I clean my house. Like, they're kind, they're honest, they have integrity, all of those things, all the time. And then, you know, maybe they're very healthy and I'm not, or they do this, or they do this, and just so become that. And you'll just naturally, just like I said at the very beginning, you will naturally just bump into that person. Healthy play. I really want it to be healthy play. The screen can get very addictive. Very addictive. With these expanding Gemini and the North Node in your third house, communication, like this is a lot of technological stuff. So making sure that you spend some time in the woods, by the water, sitting by the fire, candle gazing. Yeah. Dude, I struggle with it too. I'll be like, nope, I'm going to have a whole afternoon to myself. I'm going to go out, walk in the woods, and I'm responding to comments. And I'm just like, oh my God, where did that go? How did that get there so quick? But then again, you know, when I was a cigarette smoker and I got in the car, I'd buckle my seatbelt and then I'd have a cigarette in my hand. I'm like, how did that happen? Where did that come from? It just happens, you know? Addiction has no face. It'll find its path. It'll find its way. So put it towards something healthy. Call me if you need anything, Aquarius. Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. Ooh. I love that for you. I love that for you. Nice. Venus in your house of relationships. That's nice. Relationships are probably feeling nice. This is highlighting house, home, my pocket of the world, safety. Safety is key down there. Cultural family roots. Sun is in your house of daily life and practical service, and you have a Mercury retrograding from your 7th to 6th house. Like this is where the windshield wiper is. It's you and it's Scorpio. People can't read your mind. Really understanding how to express yourself and how to express what you're feeling. It's still going off. It's still going off. It's going to be a big, important thing, especially amongst family. especially amongst family, because you are such a sensitive, like emotional being. Pisces, you're the baby ancients. You're the last sign of the zodiac. So you can literally feel the energy of every person in the room when you walk into the room. And so you need to have your time with yourself to be able to carry that incredible sword, to be able to wear that crown. This is for some of you. Some of you would do well in like stocks, crypto type of a thing. I'd look into it and hire someone to, hire someone after the Mercury retrograde to help you with that. Or some of you should be investing in real estate, investing in precious metals. Like, definitely don't take anything like I've said as doctrine, but I'm just seeing you like understanding that, this is a video game. And if you're really good at video games, maybe play a video game, or like doing something. I've never seen this before. Like, maybe you're really good at poker, but then you start to like do little things on poker online and you're like, oh my God, I just won like $1,000. That was easy. And it's just utilizing whatever your inherent skill set is to make some money. Yeah. Literally, it is a technology world. I posted an artist that I really respect on Instagram, Christina Sultra, I want to say. And she's like, people are paid $5,000 for putting a paintbrush stick on canvas. It is an internet world right now. Nobody understands if you have imposter syndrome. Just go make that money. North Node in your house of money. Chiron's retrograde over here, so that's why it feels so weird. Saturn and Pisces or Saturn and Neptune are going to go into that house. So the next few, like from 2025 for the next few years, is big money coming in for you. It's big opportunities for money. But Neptune is that Poseidon in the sky. It's going to feel relieving, but also at the same time, like riding those big waves. And because Aries runs your second house, which is normally a Taurus run house, and like this is, cardinal over here, it's kind of like maybe you're like the generational curse breaker, but also at the same time, you've had a lot of money, lost a lot of money, had a lot of money, lost a lot of money. You can be irrational sometimes with your decisions. So I would say really spending time with yourself again and looking at your life like you do whatever game you play. What do you mean by that, Sarah? So say you play poker and you're looking at your hand. You're like, okay, this, and you're that strategic with your hand. You're like, okay, I'm in this situation. I'm in this job. And okay, I know that this is happening here. I know this is happening here. Play chess. Yeah, play chess with life right now. Pisces, that's what I would say. Start to play chess with life because life is playing chess with you. Yeah, we ain't playing checkers no more. Absolutely not. And we can't be lackadaisical in our decisions or in how we act in the world. The full moon for you is going to be coming up right over here at 27 degrees, very close to your ascendant-descendant line. There's going to be a big gulp for you, Pisces rising. And this is like releasing old soul contracts, releasing old soul purposes while you're coming into the healthiest daily life that you can. But it's a good time to release things that just don't serve you anymore. So, and that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. That was so much fun. I literally love doing these readings. I love them so much. Please reach out directly for your own personalized birth chart reading. Know that my, monthly astrology program is going to be coming up. I'm just planting those seeds. And you'd get 2 videos a month, one for every full moon, one for every new moon. Just kind of, oh my God, I want to pull them all in. Oh my God, you guys. My millennial is showing. This ends the meeting of the Midnight Society. Are you afraid of the dark? So good. All right, reach out if you need anything. I love you.